Downtime's
Out
down.
of space.
Alright,
I just walked in.
so
Every time.
I'm going to go into our main deck to our hollow table that has a broken table under it.
You see me trying to piece together.
Who broke the table?
Yeah.
And I am going to call everyone. to
I'm
it.
already there. You see me trying to piece together this ship core to like a gun barrel.
Our ship isn't so big.
That is true.
You probably could yell.
So yeah, I'm just gonna yell into the ship.
I said last time that it would be like the ship from Mass Effect, but that's much too big.
Yeah,
That's
I
strong.
feel
is
like you
huge.
guys would be in the ship similar to that of like the Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie.
Yeah, that's-
the ship.
Yeah.
Where like there's like one common little area, and then like there's a
common. Like
I also assume that most places are like double up in purpose. So we probably use it as a meeting room, but it's also probably like the engine room or something.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna call everyone, just yelling out like, guys, we got something to talk about. Need everyone here.
Okay.
What's that?
Everyone's just there.
I've
Like,
arrived.
guys,
Yeah,
I
we've
need-
been sitting here
Is
the whole
that
time.
you guys like take like 2 steps
Yeah.
towards?
Doc and,
Effectively, just turn around.
Yeah.
Dawkins are there, like stick their heads out of the room, like okay, let's.
Are you holding your PDA and you're gonna put it on the table?
No.
No, my character really loves this meeting, so he's like
That comes right in.
so
Lean on the whole.
pretend to lean.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of put my hands on the table and like lean there. I have practice with this over this holographic table. We're like, so we're like an understanding group, right?
Yes.
I like to think so.
And like family issues, like we have like seems like our crew has a lot of them, and we're really like understanding of these, right?
I was left on a. Or
I feel like
I'm mostly staring right at the dock as I say
I
that.
feel like Outlaws just staring at Doc going, yeah, family issues, right?
Yeah, sure.
And we all understand and support these, right?
Family
These
issues?
issues to have our family go through them. Our family being us on the ship.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Is this about my sister?
No, this is not about you at all. This is about me. So I have found out that we really need to go to a planet or we're all gonna die.
Elaborate.
Dun, 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 dun.
There are many planets where if we don't go to, we will die.
So, right now, we need to go find my dad, or an astral knives guy will come.
Ashen knives.
An astral knives guy being like their old leader.
Nice.
Fucking knife magic people are going.
I
Astral
actually
sense.
believe that Outlaw would be calling them astral knives and like completely forgetting what they are because he's just so taken aback by the fact that his dad was one of them.
That's why they're assassins.
Somebody once called them astral knives, and they were just like a chef, like a cooking group, and all of a sudden they got called the astral knives. Like, nope, we're killing people now.
It's centuries of
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Their old leader is going to come and kill all of us if we don't go to Senahendra and find my dad.
Out of
What is
character.
any of this based on?
The man who's going to kill us, talked to me when I was dragged away back there on the ship. That was him.
He was in the. Wait, the guard was?
Yes, the IHOP.
That captain was
Yes, the man who dragged me away.
an ashen knife.
Yes.
An astral knife.
Well, I don't know. He's supposed to be dead, but he's not. And he wants me to find my dad.
Out of character. He only said he wanted you to send your dad to the planet.
We'll have to find him to send him.
I guess.
So who is your father?
He is Father Whiskey. His alias, which we know of from our previous exploits of capturing that girl. I don't remember her.
Ellen.
Yeah,
Gallia.
Alagalia. He is. God, what is-
Padre.
Padre.
His father.
Yes, father.
That was the point of the whole thing of the previous
So-
session of the game.
Yeah, that is Padre, that guy with the big bounty that huge bounty hunter team was sent to and died. Presumably, people don't usually disappear forever when they go on a bounty hunter mission and live.
So, you want us to track him down?
Yes, or we are all going to die.
For what? To track down Padre?
Yes,
For what purpose?
to bring him onto Sanahandra. But from what we know, he might already be there.
So then we don't have to do anything.
I don't know. We have to be sure about this, or we are all going to die.
Can you just?
Yeah. Yes. If we go do this, his sister is probably gonna kill us.
She's not very understanding.
I mean, we can just take another detour, you know?
Wait.
Sanahandra's
Wait.
like...
Wait.
It is in the same system.
Wait. So, he's got people after him.
Yes.
Your sister's after us.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility we could lure your sister to said planet?
Nope.
Well, I'm sure, but for what purpose?
So if there are people after him, and they're not legit bounty hunters, because as you said, they were hired from the thing what you got. They were hired by Sketchy,
It's here.
Sahir, and
And
the creepy dudes. Okay, it's all on my sheet.
Well, it's here are the creepy people.
The astronaut.
There's another one.
Yours is over there, I think.
hand
But
me
it's
that.
the night speakers and the Sahir that are working together.
Night speakers sound creepy too.
Well, Sahir are the Xenos, and the night speakers are a group of criminals that search for like weird artifacts.
So them being criminals, if they put out a bounty, I'm assuming they're not legit bounty hunters.
Well, I mean,
Because
I
if
don't
you were
know
legit
that-
bounty hunters, you wouldn't take a bounty from criminal syndicate.
I don't think they're criminal syndicate.
The night speakers.
They are a weird syndicate. Well, they're weird. They're a weird syndicate.
Oh, they're a weird
So
syndicate.
again, so the Sahir, just to refresh your guys' memories, the Sahir are tall, ebony-skinned Xenos who travel with blindfolded servants that speak for them. Gave the hegemony their Ansible network and have creepy black metal ships, very rich, and work as merchant families. The night speakers are mystics with dark proclivities, bent on seeking a set of dangerous precursor artifacts.
So here, do we know they have a ship in the system? Because remember it was Delphi.
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
Delsberg
it's a
has a
fleet.
fleet, there's a Sahir fleet in the whole system.
Oh, good.
The Sahir, weren't they like they're the merchant people?
They're aliens.
Yeah, but weren't they like
They're
They're
specialized?
considered to be merchants mainly, yeah, but they might be other things.
It's the Eldar.
Yes,
And they're
basically.
working with the night speakers.
So I don't know that
Yeah.
we could rely on the Imperial military to do anything about that.
And not like a legit ask them, just like have them both in the same spot.
So they can team up against us. Like
Yeah.
what would the reason be for them to be in conflict?
Like have them in the same spot, but not have us around. Like hide from both of them and have them deal with each other. But
They'd go. They
None of them
go,
are
You're looking
criminals.
for those people too.
I thought they were criminal syndicates, so never mind.
Well, Sahir are weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have weird. They're not considered to be criminals.
They're chaotic neutral.
They're not illegal aliens.
So I mean, I guess this sounds like. What is your intention to do once you find your father?
Well, the guy whose name is Horrocks says if I don't bring him, if I don't send him to him, he's gonna kill us. So I'm going to mostly just talk this out with my father and see what's really going on, and then decide from there.
I don't.
I'm kind of a, go with the flow kind of guy.
Why don't we just go after this Oryx guy? It doesn't seem like a big deal.
Behind you, a knife starts poking you.
I will bring up that the bodies on the ship, that some of them were were killed by stab wounds. Like, I don't remember seeing him in that fight or anyone using knives. He had at least half the dead.
Are you here?
Paul Jarvis starts yelling into the air.
No, nothing.
Do not alert them, please.
I feel like if anything, you'd be like,
Attention to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
like looking around the ship.
I'll pull up a flamethrower. We.
So far, Outlaw has explained that Horrocks approached him on the IHOP.
This
Threatens his life and the lives of everyone here
Yeah.
if you didn't get your father to the planet in the system
Yeah.
within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You've explained that to everybody.
Yeah.
This is much more of a life or death situation than the one with your sister, because she's probably just gonna court-martial us. Well, actually, no, just arrest us in general, or execute us.
What if we use Horrocks to help deal with the bounty hunters? Because Horrocks wants your dad.
The bounty hunters.
The bounties are not on his side. They also want your dad for another purpose, I assume.
Yeah, we don't know that purpose though.
Right.
We also don't know if those bounty hunters are still alive.
All right.
They were presumed missing.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess all we can do is go and see.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can end up with a positive relationship with someone out of this.
Yes. Yes. My answer to this is I agree, and I'm gonna start looking around the ship, just like digging around, seeing if this guy's here.
Maybe in a paranoid fashion.
All right, so how do we approach this? We go to.
Goodbye.
Do we have anyone we can ask for help or information? My contacts are back in the
What?
class system, other than Ditha.
Yeah. Hey, Ditha.
What is the Sanahandra planet or whatever? Sanahandra?
Sunhandra, sorry, not Sanahandra. Sunhandra, this planet is tidally locked, meaning the same side of the planet faces the star at all times. Perhaps disconcerting. All light sources are in the border zone between night and day, including the capital city of Ugar. Known for its exceptionally lax policies regulating trade, it has become a destination of choice for smugglers and fences alike.
They totally sell people.
Somebody has a smuggler friend, don't they?
I do have a smuggler friend.
What's your smuggler friend's name?
She is Ren.
She's
Red.
on night.
Oh, she's on Nightfall.
We don't
The
have
desert.
a
Holy
link.
moly.
Yeah, we don't have a Nexus link, so we can't even call her.
My janitor friend Bastion was transferred there. They laid him off at the place I went to school a while back, and fairly certain that that's where he was in the capital city.
Of
Yeah,
Is he a janitor?
yeah,
Ugar?
he's also, I don't know, as far as I know, he's a janitor still.
Ask him what the scuttlebutt is on Sunhandra.
Cool beans. I'm gonna call my good bud Bastion. I haven't heard from him in a while.
It's just so convenient that he's on Sunhandra.
I don't know.
That's the wildest thing.
It's the luckiest thing I've ever
That's
seen.
super wild. So what information are you trying to get?
Being a janitor, he's allowed in places generally with clearance, right, to clean about. I'm just asking him if he's, well, A, if he's seen anything out of the ordinary, and B, if he has noticed anyone of, like, people in business, bounty hunting nature, or just give the description of what we know
hunting
of.
party.
What we know of what's his face as well.
So you're trying to find information on to see like what would happen to a party if they had shown up there looking for a guy, and you give them a description of the Padre character that they're after.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be consort.
Cool beans. So is there effect? Not yet, because we haven't started, I think.
No, this is like gathering information.
Okay. Devil's bargain, I guess?
I'm pretty sure you can make double bargains on gathering information.
We've been doing it. So
That's fair. So
Your buddy has gotten a promotion.
buddy's the next speaker.
Actually, I kind of like that one. The night speaker.
Your buddy is a janitor for the night speak.
No, he's no longer a janitor. Because, hold on a second. They have dark abilities looking for ancient precursor artifact. 100%, yeah. Devil's Bargain, he's a night speaker. No longer a janitor. He's like a night speaker. He's an operator for a night speaker.
And this man has gone places.
It's really moved up the ranks.
Bastion, though.
Bastard, no.
I almost don't want to.
That's
That's
the point.
the
You don't
most,
have to.
most of the Devil's Bargains are supposed to do what you almost don't want to.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't want Bastion to be a part of something like that. Double
There you go,
six.
Craig.
Double sixes.
I would drop the mic, but it's hooked up to this thing.
Also, that would be very convenient for Doug's editing purposes.
And might break it.
It would just be a loud, annoying noise in the recording.
Yeah.
I can't go through the whole thing and fix everything.
Okay, so couple sixes, eh?
Just a couple.
All right, Bastion.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, Bastion. You know what? It's weird that Bastion did actually show up. He did move to the Holt system, and he established himself on Sanhendra.
As an honest janitor.
Well, as an honest janitor, but you know what? He showed up in Sanhendra and just followed his passion and his dream of being a janitor, and now owns one of the largest facility cleaning companies on the entire planet.
You know what I'm picturing Bastion right now? Is that robot in Destiny that's just like that's what I'm picturing right now.
That's my favorite Destiny
All
character.
it's just like brooming in that one corner in the hallway between. Anyway,
Just barely brooming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks scared when he does
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So Bastion is now like the king of the facility cleaning empire,
Yeah. I knew he could do it.
and as
It's like
such,
General Grievous but mops.
yeah, exactly. With the crit, he is General Grievous.
If he wasn't my contact, I would ask him to go to my way station.
he
You could.
We're gonna kidnap everyone we know.
So okay, so thanks to the fact that he now is like he runs this organization that cleans all sorts of business structures and commercial structures, and, factories and all that kind of crap. He has kind of fancied himself becoming sort of a collector of information because he's got eyes and ears everywhere through like cleaning robots or even personnel. Like he has human employees.
The vacuums are my
Oh, what a champion!
What a champ! The robots got human employees.
That's how you get recognized, right? Fight kindness or discrimination with kindness.
With discrimination, sure.
Fight discrimination with kindness. Okay.
If they work hard, I'll give them their blood back.
Exactly. It only takes a quart of the life they have, and then gives it back to them when they're done, and they're just exhausted.
When the humans owe him, he lets them rent out their body parts, replaces them with body.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
That's
just quickly turning into not so nice a character. But so he is glad to hear from
Become part of the
you because he has not heard from you in a very significant amount of time, like especially since even I think it was pilot school last time we talked. So he's like really well receiving of you and is super glad to see that you're traveling around with a very friendly, good-looking group of people, and not that you murder anybody at all ever. He totally assumes that you guys are all great. But so he is able to give you some information. He is able to tell you that like a branch of his cleaning company is on more of a under the table side, and he does have like a subsidiary company that goes and cleans like crime scenes and picks up bodies and disposes of bodies and stuff like that. Both above and below the law.
Your friend is very
So,
forthright.
A laundry company, if you will.
Laundering company, exactly. So he will tell you that there was a scene like some time ago that was cleaned up by this organization that matches the description of these bounty hunters you've described. All of them turned into pretty much mush. And he can give you, like that, we'll say that there's recordings of a character walking in and walking out of the building where they cleaned the place up that matches maybe the description of this Padre guy you're talking about.
Alright, I don't want to do this. Thanks, Bastion.
Yeah, no worries.
I would come say hi, but frankly, I don't want to.
Bastion's inviting you to come. He really wants to show you his his illustrious empire that he's created, and really just wants you to join him on Sanhandra.
Okay.
Can you send me
He
pictures?
wants to catch up.
Do I find...
If we don't go there, by my father, a person like him is going to come in this ship.
He hasn't done anything. He's stabbed people. He hasn't turned people to mush.
He will
and
probably.
he probably
has the
janitors wipe them
capacity
out.
to turn us into mush.
I mean, Padre's shown he can do it.
I don't think Padre will be aggressive to us, though. I'm his son.
Yeah, it worked
I
out for you,
stole
didn't
his
it?
coat.
I stole his coat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I can give him his coat back.
Yeah, maybe.
He'll come with us.
Can I do a roll to see what I find?
Okay, here's the thing. Oryx is against us. My father might not be against us.
So let's go turn him into ours.
there's a whole lot of.
So it's either we go and find him and get him on our side, or we just die. This
Yeah.
Oryx guy.
Listen, no matter like what we do, we're walking into danger. Even if we try to walk away from this.
Yeah, I think if we walk away, there's more danger than walking into this.
I mean,
Shit has hit the fan.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
This is some bad time for family issues, but
You know what?
We're understanding of each other, everyone.
We're all dying. So let's get to it.
Alright.
I'm in.
So what's our plan? Is find your father, talk to him?
Yeah, I guess this is a social thing.
Social, I guess.
Mm.
Okay. Alright, start with our engagement roll.
Oh wait, our load.
Yes, well, yeah, our load.
Heavy.
Social. I'm going heavy.
He turned people.
He turned people to mush.
Yeah.
I'm going heavy.
I'm gonna go heavy, I guess.
Yeah, heavy as well. We can at least
Or
be like,
we're legally allowed to, so.
yeah.
Kind of. Well, maybe not in this system. You guys have wanted pretty good.
Yes,
You were
this is a bounty job, though.
This is a bounty job.
This
Yeah.
is not a legal bounty job, though.
Is it not? Like the bounty's legal.
Yeah, we're just going.
But it has to start at that point, might not be. Anyway, start with one for pure luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring, or conversely, is it complex or contingent on many factors?
I would say it's pretty bold.
I'd say.
Plans detail explosive vulnerability of the target, hit them where they're weakest, or are they strongest against this approach, or their defenses or special preparations? It is his son.
I'm gonna go with
He has special preparations against his son.
I
so
mean, you might be a vulnerability. Is what
He
I-
knows.
Yeah.
He knows you're looking for him.
there is. So I'll say that is a vulnerability, but he would definitely have like preparations. So
it's
it
a
kind of
wash.
it's a wash. Yeah.
Okay. Friends or contacts helping us?
Yep.
Enemies or rivals interfering?
Currently interfering? No, not that I know of actually.
Okay. Are we dealing with a higher or lower tier organization? Or 0?
Padre's a 19.
He's not really higher.
Okay. That's my one. So we have 2. Who wants to roll it?
I will roll it.
Ooh.
See,
It
this
is
is going to
Padre.
find my own father.
Your top.
Oh my god! We
six.
auto win.
Oh my god.
He came to us.
All right, cool. I'll just let you guys describe how you going in. But no, I'm kidding. But it is controlled.
Hold on. Let me see if there's a thing for critical.
Oh
So on a critical.
Also, we just rolled 2 double sixes, one after another.
We generate the.
no. Here, guys, look.
So on a critical, we are basically narrated back past several of what would have been obstacles before actually beginning play, and then we're at control.
Sweet. We're just in your dad's
Hot
living room
diggity.
now.
So I'll narrow you guys past some obstacles then. Just to make it cooler. So the idea was to go down to the planet, find Padre, and just talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give you guys credit. So you guys are still, like, as this is always happening, I guess. Well, you wouldn't have been on the planet of Voss anymore, or like around the planet of Voss anymore. You would have gone back to the way station because, like, in your downtime actions, as you described, being, at the way station. So you would have had this conversation. Outlaw would come in and kind of just confess to everybody that all this stuff had happened. Everyone's kind of just reeling. Pod driver is obsessed or is a bit paranoid, so he just checks the ship just to make sure, to see if anybody else is on it. Doesn't find anything. And so you guys contact Bastion. He's very generous in his information, and even shows you the videos of people being turned to mush and just the bags that they put them in.
I didn't watch it.
I also did not watch it.
And so you guys decided to move on and go to Sanhedra, which is another planet that is in the system, which is, I'll say, further away from the Omega planet, closer to Mem. But at this point, it's far enough away from Mem. It's not that close. But so you guys make your way to Sanhedra. On your way to Sanhedra, while navigating through the system, I'll even say that you happened upon a significant force of the Sahir that you'll recognize. So you travel through some kind of below, on lesser known shipping ways, and when you do make your way through that, you pass a Sahir fleet, which is a little bit concerning. But you are able to pass the fleet without being hailed, or even being scanned, for that matter. The fleet seems to be just sitting there dormant, which is a little bit odd because you guys would know that they're a really big trading organization and they're successful people and very technologically advanced. You guys would know that they've given essentially the systems that provided the Nexus link for the Edgeworm. But yeah, so you pass the Sahir fleet. Again, without even so much as a peek from them. And, kind of reeling from that, you guys are unaware that you also bump into a few destroyers from the Imperial military. This is a little bit more alarming, but again, you managed to weave your way through them, navigating through, I will say, an asteroid belt that would be surrounding a different planet.
Our engine noise, yeah. Our engine noise is actually, I'm a little birdie too.
Dude,
yeah.
We're definitely not wanted by...
Yeah.
That's what the hum of the ship says.
Just fly like we were supposed to be there.
Exactly, yeah. Everyone,
Destroy!
We just assert dominance on this fleet.
yeah. Just everybody's just kind of... I'll even say that you guys, Weibo, that notifies you guys because he was the first to say, or to scan it. So we'll say even that you guys maybe Zodiac had gone just to catch some sleep, and everybody else was either racking up or working on projects and stuff like that. And all of a sudden Weibo was like, oh, by the way, we're passing a small fleet of Imperial destroyers, and everybody just kind of gets up and freezes, and Zodiac runs to the deck. And it's just okay. And then it's you know what, fuck it, let's go. And then navigates through, and again, yeah, just flies like they need to be there, you guys should be there. And again, not scanned or hailed by the Imperial military fleet. Who would have thought?
Tons of ships coming and going.
Exactly. You guys ended Weibo took you guys on a busier throughway shipping channel, I'll say. So you guys managed to kind of hide yourselves in the other shipping vessels, the larger, much larger shipping vessels. So you just Zodiac will navigate his way around, hiding from scans. So you make your way past that sort of blockade, and finally you start your descent onto Sanhedra, which, if anybody has watched Chronicles of Riddick, the desert, the prison planet with the sun that like rotates. Except the sun is only just on the one side because, like it mentioned, it's tidally locked.
So that one side is burnt to death.
Well, so one side is like absolutely a desolate desert, and the other side is like frozen cold almost because it's been pitch black for most of the time the planet's been in.
So it's like the equator, the only place you can be?
Yes, the only noticeable life on the planet is on the equator where there's like minor light but not scorching light and heat.
It would be the equator.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
I'm thinking equator as like it's a line.
As in essentially it's just it's a 360 ring around the planet where you can actually just live. And so you'll descend to the planet, which like I mentioned before, the planet has some pretty lax legislation on trade and like and people coming and going, so it's become kind of a hotspot for smugglers and transporters and stuff like that. So you guys actually don't have a whole lot of issues clearing through the gate to the planet.
I like to think Bastion hooked this up.
Even you guys get sort of preferential treatment because you have reference from the Bastion company.
Janitors.
The Bastion organization.
The cleaners.
Which
Level 7 gang.
The real backbone of this planet is the Bastion organization. So not only do you guys like get through, but you get favorable treatment when you make your way down to the planet, and like Bastion, I'll say, will be there with like a welcoming party and bring you guys to like.
Yep. When you say welcoming party, I'm thinking of the end of Star Wars 1 and Naboo, and it's just this giant parade of people, and we're like the...
It's like the Prince
You
Ali.
guys all get your like...
Just with passion.
There's elephants and shit. You guys are just riding elephants into the city.
As we always do.
As you become accustomed to.
Normal bounty hunter protocol.
Yes, Doc is super comfortable with all this, and so pod drivers.
You look around like the docking ports, and like ships are like opening their doors, and you see people coming out on elephants, like, and people are just like, oh.
It's just normal on this planet for elephants to be transportation.
Alright. So what happens next?
Sorry, yes. So you'll be kind of ferried to like part of the city, which is like a residential area with, again, like some really big like towering structures, not as big as we would have seen on not Nightfall.
Pretend Nightfall.
Yeah, pretend Nightfall. But like still, like again, large size structures, and one of which the structures is owned by the Bastion company. So he decides to put you up in like a floor suite that he has set up. And then
Just so you guys know, I have the best contact so far.
Yeah.
So when you guys show up and you get to this like building, and Bastion's kind of lowdown on the planet and everything like that when you're showing up, like, as you're traveling, and everybody's just like being treated super well, and you show up to this building and you make your way up the elevator to rest, we'll say, because you guys have traveled pretty good. You decide to let your guard down maybe a little bit just because you're being fluffed essentially, and decide to go and rest before you maybe go and look for this Padre character. You exit the elevator onto your floor suite, and sitting there in like the living area is a character you don't recognize, or would recognize from the profile that Outlaw found, and Outlaw's like, "Oh shit, Dad."
I like...
You're gonna go hide behind. Are you hiding behind the wall?
No, but I'm standing like real close to Bastion. I'm assuming he's still with us.
No.
No. So we're just in this room.
He just like brought you here. Again, like I said, was talking to you guys the whole way, and like just reconnecting with you, and then said like, "Here, I set up my best suit for you guys," and like kind of sent you up on your way. And you show up and
See this
Padre is
crotchety old
Ashton was
bastard.
fucking
Did you set us up?
Hey guys, found my father.
Maybe we should
Say hi to your dad.
just a talk.
like the look of abject fear in your eyes when I ask you to talk to somebody.
Exactly.
All right, the doctor will pipe up and explain that we've been looking for his son, has been looking for him, and yeah, I want to try to improve his attitude towards us. Whatever it is.
I will assist by frantically saying we're not a part of the other bounties the bounty hunters that came after you.
Our bounty hunters.
Yes, but we're not those bounty hunters. We're bounty hunters, but we're not those bounty hunters. So if you could just not, what he said.
Assisting?
Yeah.
Yes.
That rambling was assistant.
Yes.
Was assistant.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the effect?
Okay, so because you're just trying to get him to be maybe not. He's just trying to gain favor.
Yes.
Limited effect, but it's going to be control.
Limited control. Okay. Devil's bargain.
It's a weird thing. Controlled. What is this?
I don't think you guys ever started control. Devil's bargain's going to be.
We don't get the experience though.
Well, you just force yourself down to desperate.
I mean, get it risky. That's how it can go. Let's hit something.
If you're limited, you can go to desperate grade,
Exactly.
Yeah.
which I'm going to do.
If you're limited, how do you
Likely
push
you'll
it
get
past
stabbed.
2?
Because you go to.
So you can trade position for effect. So you can go.
Trade position for
control
effect and
limited,
then-
I can go risky standard
Yeah.
or desperate grade.
So as a devil's bargain, I'm going to fill in 2 more sections on a progress call I've started for Chenzak shows up for the dock.
Do it.
Okay.
And I'm going desperate grade.
He's going to use my lightning cannons against me.
He might have lightning cannons. We don't know.
6.
Let's hope for another
Oh,
crit.
I looked at the 3, the 2, and the 1, and I was like, do not fail, please. Okay. So I'm gonna set a clock. It'll be a 6, which will fill in 3 of because you have a 6.
Well, because again, it was great effect.
Sorry, I thought the 6 was great effect. It's gonna be Padre doesn't kill you guys.
Oh, wait, until it's completed, he has killed us?
Doesn't attack you guys, I guess, but the idea being that he has an intent. There's an intent for something to happen.
Alright.
What have you done to us? What have you done to us, man?
I will.
I think this is better than what the other guy would have done.
Should I
So far, he's just sitting in a chair. What does he say, I guess?
Yeah, so sorry, I haven't actually resolved that.
I see.
So
You see, just like exasperate going.
Just, I know.
so you're saying that you've just come to. Sorry, exactly what was it again? You said.
Well, I said that, come looking for him. He brought his son. We're just here to talk.
Okay. So he doesn't seem to be like visually upset. Again, just still sitting there. We'll say even enjoying a glass of whiskey he picked up from the fully stocked bar. Bastion really set you guys up.
No doubt.
Just a glass.
Yeah. That's why we weren't melted
100%.
immediately.
Perfect. So he kind of swishes his whiskey around, takes another sip, and oh man, so he'll say that of course he understands that you guys have not come to kill him because he believes you know what happened to the last group, and I believe you know what happened to the last group that came after me. So I think it would be quite a folly thing to try and come after me again in the same fashion. And I see that you did bring my son, and he kind of looks at Outlaw and is like, "It's good to see you again. It's a nice coat you got there."
I kept it in real good condition over the years.
Leaves.
Yeah, it was
There's leaves sewed into it. The ivory leaves. You can see in my collar as I
just a jacket with seaweed all over it.
just like the start of it.
So he'll kind of look at everybody else like up and down, and just kind of nod and says,
Yeah, I'm just looking behind my back repeatedly.
So I believe that you've not come here to harm me. But what did you come here for?
So I'm gonna, like my father would say, I suppose you know of Horrocks from what I've learned about your very impressive past. I'm a real letdown to you, it seems, from seeing this past.
I'm going to assist by being like, the amount of information he's been able to gather about you at the Eshnav's honestly impressive. You should be proud of yourself.
And Horrocks has threatened my life if I didn't come and find you.
So you mentioned Horrocks?
Yes.
Sounds like a consort.
Yeah, it would definitely be a consort. So,
Why do you keep doing this?
so take the +1 dice. You mentioned Horrocks, which is going to give you standard control. Standard control.
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain is that Devil's bargain is that Echo is going to chime in to the group comms and say, "Wow, you guys are talking to Father Whiskey and he hasn't killed you yet. That's astounding."
I'll take it for another dice.
Oh, shit.
And you should go risky grade.
Yeah, and I will go risky great.
Which, if you roll a 6, you get Gambit. We would have got Gambit off of Desperate Animal because you have the thing, but...
I should use a gambit. So I can
Yeah,
make
you
gambits
should.
when I produce gambits.
Yep.
So 3 dice. Let's go.
Not a 6.
Well,
a bare
a 4.
success.
There's success.
As
And-
a risky consequence.
Okay, so here I'll narrate what happens. It was like,
Ooh, roller coaster ride of emotions here for the Zodiac.
Echo bursts into comms.
Why did you do this?
For the fun.
The rest of the mission's just going to be dealing with that.
I do things for the narrative, check.
Yeah. Nick's just like, I miss him so much. Sometimes I still hear his voice.
Yeah.
He's actually been talking to him for like a week.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, help me.
So that was a great effect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Success? Okay, so the clock finishes that Padre doesn't murk you guys.
Woo! We're alive.
Your character doesn't kill your new character, Doug.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
The doc does not stand a chance against him.
Only any of us stand a chance.
So, okay. So he looks at you and like asks you guys what you're there for, and you explain to him that you've been confronted by Horus, and you're here just to... What was the point again? What are you here for?
Horrocks told us to find him.
I'm like, yeah, Horrocks told me to find you, he's gonna kill me if I don't, and I don't know what to do. I'm basically just asking him, like, what the hell do I do?
Asking him for options.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
asking him for options, really.
When you mentioned the name Horus, you kind of...
And also, Horus wanted him brought to this planet.
Yeah.
I also tell him that.
You tell him that? Okay.
Now we're on here.
So when you mention the name Horrocks, he kind of gives you like a different sort of glance, like a confused glance, and then like as you speak, he kind of just like looks as though he doesn't believe you. But then, like as you go on, he kind of starts to like his eyes widen just a little bit, like noticeably. Not that he's like standing there terrified, but he's like you absolutely. Like we're talking to Horrocks, like that can't be possible. And then Echo's gonna chime in and play his part. So Echo chimes in and like through the comms and even over like through a speaker, so the Padre can hear him.
Over the speaker.
Well, like yeah, so like through you guys' comms, he's able to like protect himself. So he's like, holy shit! Like if you guys are talking to Padre and you haven't died yet. That's amazing. And then he's like, oh yeah, and Horrocks. Yeah, I can't believe it. Horrocks is alive too. He's like, and so Echo speaks to Padre like himself, directly, and says, yeah, no, it was definitely Horrocks. And then like we'll say that like a hologram, like a holo image, will be depicted from your communicator,
He's
like
back to
Outlaw's
the
communicator,
basics.
just to show, because like Echo had recorded the situation that you were in the on the IHOP, and it shows the face of Horrocks when he was talking to you. So then Padre 100% believes you. And he noticeably goes into like less of a standoffish mode and more of like he just starts to think, and he's noticeably concerned. But at this point is no longer interested in hurting anybody. Sorry, you got a 4, so there's risky consequence?
Yeah,
Yes.
risky consequence.
Could move us from control to risky.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it. It'll be you guys will be moved from control to risky. Narratively, no, I'll leave that shit for like Devil Bargains and other stuff. But yeah, so you guys will be as a result, like as a consequence, you guys are going to go from control to risky, which you can resist if you want to take the stress, but you don't have to.
No, we're fine with that.
Cool. So what is our new, what's our next, obstacle we need to cross here?
So Echo Victor just awakened to everyone.
So So what's kind of happening right now is that you're having this conversation with Padre, and I know that that was kind of the mission to go to the planet and to find him. But I think more of what it was because you guys really just didn't know what to do with him. Is now going to be that you're trying to figure out how you want to proceed with Padre, and he's going to definitely input some advice on how to handle maybe Horrocks or whatever it is you want to tell him. Like who you got the bounty from, or where the bounty is coming from, or even that he has a bounty on him. Well, he achieved
Yeah, he probably knows.
But based on what you tell him, he's going to help you guys. Or well, maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Okay, but first off, go Victor.
Just chimed in and displayed a hologram.
How does our illustrious pilot respond to that?
I don't even look at Zodiac at all. My face is completely away from him.
So taken aback by this conversation with your dad. I feel like you would Outlaw would still be kind of reeling at the fact that he's looking at his father.
Yeah,
for the
that's
first time
it.
in probably 15 years.
A lot of emotions are happening right now.
15 years he was 8. What do you
I was
think?
8 when I stole the coat. Wow, I look pretty
You
good.
started young, man.
It's a pretty good 8-year-old. But
Because what's your backstory? You're
I'm
criminal, but
I'm a wanderer syndicate.
yeah. So
Probably 8. Yeah.
started at a young age to escape the planet that your father had the orphanages on, and after you left, he left shortly after. We'll say.
8 years old was my prime. I've really fallen since.
You've been destined to be intertwined with the Ashen Knives for most of your life. Your whole life, sorry.
All these coinky
To
days.
first become obsessed with them and dig at information and then find out that he was already on their radar. It's just hilarious. It's great.
Drop the bombshell on you here,
So,
Nick.
if you're a conspiracy theorist, that's the most horrifying thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? My big web of pictures I have, it leads to a picture of myself.
Yeah, your red twine, it's you at the top. You're like, no!
Damn it!
You just tear it down.
Who am I? Alright, so what's going on?
Need a reaction.
Is this your reaction?
Zodiac's gonna sit down very slowly. And unsteadily, and just
Lower himself to the floor.
I assume there's chairs in his
I guess there's chairs. You can find
it's
it.
an unfurnished penthouse
No, this is
with whiskey. No, yeah, just sit down very slowly and
There's also good.
I have my communicator.
Yeah, everybody's got their command, assuming you have it all marked up.
Echo, is that you?
You're speaking on your communicator. We can all hear you even if
It's your whisper.
Yes.
Get to the communicator.
That's the best I can do.
In an attempt to actually communicate with Echo?
In an attempt to see if what I just saw happened.
If what you heard happened.
And saw? He projected shit.
I guess, yeah, it's back those old days.
So, like, at first, you were when you said it, I thought it was just, like it was just for us to hear, but individually. So I was going to be like, oh my god, I'm hearing things. So, like, sit down. But then you're like, he's on speaker!
Yeah.
And then projected stuff. So I was like, oh no.
Spoke to Padre directly.
Whoops. So yeah, he's a little, way more thrown off.
Is there a role? Do you want to like talk to him, or is it just you're just gonna be super?
I'm just gonna play the, like, I think that's more of a downtime thing to look into it. I don't want to derail what we're doing. So my character he's still focused. Now he's a little distracted now, and but for the most part, I'm just gonna be like, this is something I'm going to look into hard in the future, but right now we have a melty guy in our face, and we're being hunted by a super assassin. So I have current problems that I need to deal with. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just like seeing if it's a thing. Being like, Echo's in you.
Okay, so essentially, like, sort of playing into the trauma.
Yes.
100%.
Right. I want to do a thing.
Okay.
I want to continue talking to Padre. And just gonna lay it like all out there in terms of like everything the doc knows. And
Which seems to kind of be the doc's move. It's just all the information that you have.
And
the
just-
people you're talking
like
Don't play poker.
fucking,
to. Yeah.
you know, Lazarus, my sister, everything. Because basically I'm just like, we have fucked up royally hard, and we are looking for help. And
You're doing so well.
I am
Then
going-
we entered the hold system, and everything fell apart, man.
I'm going to assist him by. I'm gonna tell him everything about the astronauts. I'm basically just gonna go like crazy. Like, you see, like this connection here. I'm just gonna lay it out on him. Probably things he already knows.
basically want to get his help.
So everyone's dumping info. If what just happened with Echo didn't happen, I'd probably be like, my friend, he died. Just like dump my personal problems on this guy. No.
Everyone's just like, just completely like.
He's
relying
now
on
everyone's
this
dad.
Yeah, everyone's dad now.
No.
Yeah, so,
So yeah, I'll assist you on that.
that's me. Okay, cool. What's my effect there?
So it's gonna be. I'm sorry, guys. Consort. And you're at risky now. And you did succeed in a chart, like in a progress chart, that he's not going to kill you guys. So I'll give you, based on the information you're giving him, I'll give you standard risky.
Okay, I'm gonna go desperate great. What's my devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain is going to be that. Devil's bargain is going to be that's like there's somebody else in this penthouse as well.
Oh boy.
Take it.
Okay.
That's not a good one.
5.
How many ones did you roll?
4 1s and a 5.
Well,
Oh
at least
my
there was
goodness.
a 5.
So success with a desperate consequence.
The shadow stabs you.
Yeah, I probably get stabbed. That's probably what it is.
Okay.
A great effect.
The darkness kicks you in the nuts.
Yes, magic missile at the characters.
So, I'm gonna set a clock. That's gonna be like a Padre assist, essentially.
Okay.
You fill out 3.
Padre, what? Assist?
Yeah. How big of a clock?
Yeah.
It's gonna be an 8.
My desperate consequence.
So, you begin to talk to Padre, sort of taking the lead, now that you kind of see that he's not being all mysterious and maybe potentially killing you guys. And just kind of lay everything out, like everything that's happened so far that has put you in a situation that has brought you to come and try and find him. And that you found, I'm assuming you'll tell him that you found the bounty for for him, like early on when you were trying to collect on another bounty. Didn't think much of it, and then came to the whole system, discovered the Lazarus Project again, had the bounty put up on yourself by your sister, and how she's demanding that you meet her near the planet Omega. How the bounty that you found came from the Night Speakers and the Secure, and then how the Horrocks made the contacts with Outlaw when you guys were on the IHOP ship saving Stacy, like everything from this thing. Literally just pouring out.
It's funny, it's like going through it, for us, it's like shit is hitting the fan, everything's awful or whatever. Just remembering Padre's old exploits, it's like it was like a Tuesday.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, so he'll listen intently to what you've got to say, and is like still doing his whole thinking thing, and just absorbing all the information. Notably, he kind of reacts a little bit when you mentioned that it's the Night Speakers and the Secure that have put the bounty up on him, and pays more attention to that than he does to the Imperial military stuff. But he is now aware that the Imperial military is after you guys. But we'll say, he'll confirm with you again. You're 100% positive that it's the Secure and the Night Speakers that have put out the bounty on me. And you'll be like, well, yes, of course. This is the information that we found from one of our bounties that we tracked down. And he's like, damn, I didn't think they'd find me that fast, or whatever. Some kind of reaction like that.
You could also tell them that they are in orbit.
And then even mention that there's a fleet of the Secure definitely here, in the whole system, which maybe he was aware of. He doesn't really react to that as much, but maybe he wasn't aware of. So that'll progress the clock by 3. That's how much you got from him, and he's reacting to the Secure's to the bounty on it and all that. As well as the fact that Horrocks is alive and had made contact with Outlaw. But so as a was it rescue or is it desperate consequence?
Desperate.
So it's desperate consequence. Desperate consequence. I'm gonna start a clock. I'm gonna fill it 3. That
3 out of
rid of a 6. That Horrocks finds you guys.
Ruh-roh.
Okay.
And I'll allow it.
Okay.
We can totally bust his chops with your dad here. Probably. We can totally assist.
And
5 of us together might contribute.
I'm gonna
We might bump in one thing. When it's successful.
stand up and be like,
make sure you guys keep track of your
experience.
experience.
I'm gonna stand up and be like, okay, visibly a little shaken here.
Okay.
And be like, listen, so everybody's got problems, okay? I'm dealing with some stuff right now, and we're here as a courtesy for the most part, okay? We heard from Crazy Assassin Man that he's coming after you, and of course he may have threatened us. Yes, that's fine, but in general he's coming after you. And when we were discussing what plan of action we were coming through, the option of just selling you out and just leaving was never something that was discussed. We were always planning on helping you get either defeat this dude or evade him, whatever the case is. We don't quite know what he wants. I assume he wants to kill you because you're past, but I don't know much about you guys. But if you could just help us defeat this guy for both our sakes, that would be primo, good sir.
Okay, so just pretty much pleading with them to try and help you guys take out Horrocks.
Yeah.
Please.
Because we would stand a much better chance together as opposed to separately.
I will also assist him on
Please,
that.
Papa.
Yeah, I've been It'll be some nice family bonded time. to me.
Which I feel like would come off just as awkward as it just sounded, because you're probably still getting taken aback by the fact that you're looking at your dad and you're just trying to find words to put together that doesn't sound like a mush. Okay, well, so yeah, so you want us to take the stress and then, so that's going to be consort, I guess. It was like it's like lingering. It was like very close to command almost, but consort is going to be risky, and
would you consider Padre an abnormal culture or a unusual culture, or from an unusual culture?
Culture, not really so much. I feel like also it's gonna be limited effects, which I'll describe as getting limited effects from like the approach that you've taken with like, hey, we're here, we're trying to help you, like we need your help, and at the same time you're still very shaken and probably not putting on the best performance based on the fact that you're
fair enough,
very seriously affected by your trauma right now.
That's mainly why I want this to be over with, because I need to go verify what I just dealt with. So I'm going up to Desperate Standard, and I will ask what Devil's Bargain is.
Devil's Bargain is going to be,
How many dice do you have?
4, so I probably should put up the grade with the Devil's Bargain. Maybe I'll push myself, get 5 dice, who knows.
Well, so the Devil's Bargain is going to be that that clock I have for Echo Access is grown.
Oh,
yeah.
So go by 2. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna put that towards effect, and if I push myself, get 5 dice, and roll a crit, we finish it immediately. So that's the thing I'm gonna do.
Push it to the limit.
Should probably save the gambit.
Yeah, for him for the most part, so that we can kind of free firm. So extra dice.
I rolled a crit for our deployment. I've done more than enough this time.
Please, Papa. Just 1/6.
1/6.
But
Just a consequence. Experience.
Yes.
Right.
So nice, actually. So you get 3 segments done for the grade on the clock. There's now 2 left for Padre to assist. Okay, so what you said exactly was along the lines of like, we're here to help you. We're like brought you this information. Like we're telling you about this bounty. We're not taking you in, and we're trying to get you to like we're telling you about this guy Horrocks who's back from the dead, or well, presumably.
yeah,
Back
like
from the dead.
we're genuinely here with the intent on helping you. You should help us.
All right.
And so, okay, so as a response, that was a really big chunk of the block. So as a response, Padre will take a step back, and it's like after just like this, like a decent amount of time, not really saying much because he's still contemplating a lot of the information that he was given by the doc. He takes a step back and he grabs his whiskey again and takes a sip and says, "Yes, you know, I have not been expressing my gratitude in the best way. Forgive me, I have not had too much in the way of human interaction recently, or like communicating. You know what I mean? Talking.
I've just been talking to robot janitors this whole time.
I've only just had one companion recently, and I do appreciate you coming, and it vexes me so that you really did actually see Horrocks, and that I have no explanation for how he could be alive. But last time I saw him, I put him into pieces. But also kind of mentioned that he appreciates you he appreciates you letting him know that exactly who it is that was responsible for bringing out the bounty on him. He understands that it kind of goes against you as bounty hunters, like your code to tell him this. So he'll say that he'll go and he'll kind of like take an aside and kind of ramble to himself a little bit, but not in the way that you can't hear. So you'll hear him say like, I can't believe they found me so fast. Like what? Like, how could they have come for it? Like it's not. This is I thought I'd hidden it so well. Talking about, like he's talking about a thing he's got. So he turns to you and he says, "Okay, so that considering you've shared so much information with me and have seemingly come to help, I'll share information with you." And it looks at like Outlaw when he starts to describe his situation, in that he's been on the run ever since Outlaw had left home, and he's been on the run in order to protect not just his family, but potentially all of the system, all of every system. In that he learned that someone was coming after him, and after something that he had possessed, and he will not take it out, but he'll look at Outlaw again and mention that it's something that you know very well. And I'll say that Outlaw has a flashback of like his dad, like in the orphanage, and like talking to his mom, like Outlaw's mom, like Rye, and like fiddling around with something that projected a map of the solar system, and like as a hologram, with like several beacons and stuff in it.
He's showing this now.
No, but Outlaw's like kind of having a flashback to it.
Oh, okay.
Like he's remembering it. He's not showing you guys like in person.
Okay.
But so he's like there's a group that's here that have been after, that's here in the night speakers that have been after something I possessed for a significant amount of time, and I've been on the run ever since. I figured out that they wanted it, and it seems as though they tracked me down here to this system, to this planet, and it's why that I have a bounty out of my head, and it's something that I need to protect for the good of like all of humanity, pretty much. And he's just cursing the fact that like Horrocks has come back for him, and has no idea how.
Right. So there's still 2 on that clock, right?
Yeah, still 2. But he's giving you guys this information, and like because you've progressed the clock so much.
Yeah. So
the fact that
I'll
it's consistent.
seemingly I haven't been doing much, but I'll finally chime in here and be like, right. So now that you know all this, with or without you helping us, this man is going to come after us. So here's your 2 choices. You help us, and maybe your son will survive. You don't help us, and you focus on saving this item, and your son will probably die. So I'm saying here the best solution that you'd probably want to do is save your son, who you haven't seen in a long time.
Just love me, Papa.
Yeah, trying to do this in an aggressive way.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're kind of hinting at the fact that you want to use command. It sounds kind of like command, actually.
Yep.
You're not like trying to talk to him nice.
Yeah, I'm telling him what to do.
It's a commander sweat. It's definitely not concept.
No, I'll go with command.
Woo, what's my devil's?
So first,
First.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
first you're on.
Probably.
We're on risky.
So you're limited risky.
Don't think
He's not
Padres used to
responding.
being scared.
He's not responding very well to the command.
Well, that's what I
feel
got.
like
Wait,
more
I'm-
no effect, but just you guys have had really good you're unlimited because of like you guys have finishing a clock earlier that you're pretty close to him helping you.
So you should go this with standard, but
Yeah.
that was perfect.
The Devil's Bargain. The one I came up for you already was
The clock.
the Wrecking Crew. Is
Oh, yeah.
Remember
One of them.
Just because I think you're gonna like this. Devil's Bargain is gonna be that the other person in the suite with you guys like reveals himself.
Ooh.
So like based on your like what happens, like he's gonna reveal himself in the narrative.
Take it.
I will take it, because that sounds awesome.
I am going to assist
Save your son.
by explaining the danger that that Outlaw's already been in, including like this horrifying parasite or whatever. It's like
Rejected by.
Yeah, your son is very
Probably
danger prone.
downplay that.
I feel like I'm not gonna leave that part out.
But just be like, he's already in danger, and I know, he's a man now. He can handle himself,
What big man?
but still.
Big boy, big boy.
All right. So extra dice. I'll take the devil's bargain for Poe.
No, just take for extra dice because you go desperate standard, which is all we need to finish the plot.
Oh yeah, right. 4 dice. Woo! To a 6.
There's a 6.
Thank
Cool,
the
marketing
Lord.
experience, thank you, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Which levels me up.
Alright, guys, now.
I'm gonna put it in consort. Oh thank God.
Wow. Imagine having consort.
Okay.
Become a magical lawyer.
He's
Look at
60,
you.
man.
So you got success on the standard. Where you finished the chart that Padre assists.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Padre wasn't too affected by the whole me trying to intimidate him, but more
No,
like
he's like completely not affected by the intimidation, but does listen to what you say and decides that helping you guys in the situation, or at least getting you guys, working with you guys so that you can help him even maybe, is going to be beneficial because it sounds like you are a capable group. So you give him the ultimatum, like you help us kill this guy, or you save whatever your precious thing is. You guys don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
Outlaw kind of has an idea. Well, he's seen it before, but doesn't know what it is. Maybe he does. He can kind of play that in. So he realizes again, like I said, that you guys you're not incompetent people. You've tracked him down, and you've done a significant amount, and he's realizing that maybe you could be valuable companions in like for a short period of time. So he'll say that I don't appreciate the ultimatum. I do care for my son, but I don't think you understand the importance of protecting what I have. But because you finished this chart, he's going to kind of go and get into it with you. So he'll say, after having this conversation and hearing about your guys' circumstances, I believe you may be able to help me. And like kind of looks at Outlaw when he says that. Like, I believe you may be able to help me.
your puppy loves you.
And so he explains that this thing that he's been hiding this whole time is a precursor artifact. And this precursor artifact, to kind of keep a long story short, when used by Padre, is able to locate other precursor artifacts. Which, I mean, would seemingly be, of great value, but and then definitely you would understand, like, kind of quickly that if that got into the wrong hands, it could be incredibly devastating, because you guys would all understand that precursor artifacts are massively valuable and like have incredible effects.
Even just a complete map is extremely valuable.
Yeah, so like it's a map of like the systems and everything, but when used by Padres, it can be used to find other precursor artifacts. So that's why Padre has been on the run. So to explain it, that's why I've been on the run, and that's why like I've had to reach out to an old friend of mine, and then so you'll kind of feel like tremor, like impacts, sort of like stomping through the suite from the bathroom, we'll say. Like a couple of, but like so you hear like a flash in the distance, and it's just like this like kind of awkward scene
More
where like
fear
this like
on Outlaw's face.
like a thump coming into the actual like main area of the suite is this like huge lumbering scarred muscular figure that will come in and like kind of brashly be like, oh shit, the
Toilet's clogged.
pretty much.
Shitters.
Yeah, shitter's clogged. And then he'll like come into the kitchen and swing the fridge door open. And then so this whole like high tense situation is just completely interrupted by this like massive dude who's just like looking for food in the fridge, and then like goes to the liquor cabinet and stuff like that. And then Padre is just kind of like a little bit unimpressed, notably, that like his companion is just being so like brutish. And I'll say like this is my companion that I've had to rely on for a significant amount of time to keep ahead of this here. you may know him as Crash, which he actually is kind of famous in the Death Ball rings, which so this is me kind of explaining it, not Padre. But you guys might definitely Pile Driver, maybe not Outlaw, well, maybe Outlaw. Zodiac 2, maybe not the Doc. I don't think.
I don't think the Doc could watch it.
No, I don't think the Doc would even watch the live events or like the stream of the events.
I think you would have strong opinions about Death Ball. I just
Yeah.
wouldn't watch it.
So Crash is a notable Death Ball like kind of celebrity, like a professional athlete. He's one of the only Death Ball athletes to survive long enough to be considered a professional athlete in the Death Ball arena, because it's like
Most people play once.
most people play once and die, and if they play again, they die. So like Crash is one of the only people to play several times and not die. So this is like, this guy's now in the kitchen and is on like same footing as like Pile Driver, if not maybe even bigger than Pile Driver.
Probably.
And so, because you've succeeded in this plot to get Padre to assist you guys, so he's explaining that he's been on the run and trying to keep this map hidden from Zahir, and the fact that they're in the system and the fact that they have no location, they have a bounty on them, means that like they're coming for him and they're coming for this artifact. And Crash will like chime in and say, "Well, we're not gonna let that fucking happen," like, and just like keep digging through the kitchen.
Does he find anything?
But so, well, yeah, obviously, he's just chowing down on whatever, like snacks and shit he can find. But so he'll like turn to you guys and suggest like this like brainstorming session, and sit down with you guys and explain that the Secure and the Night Speakers will likely use this artifact to locate other artifacts and move from this peaceful trade position to what will likely become like the new hegemony. Like Padre is very certain that they're trying to use this stuff and trying to get this stuff so that they can position themselves to take over the actual systems. So he wants, like at this point, he's explaining all that, and he'll say that like getting your assistance and not only just keeping this from them, but destroying this here would be the only way to keep like the system safe, and as well if you can help him in that, he'll help you with Horus, pretty much.
Destroying the entire race?
Well, yeah.
He wants us to genocide.
Yeah.
Well, just their presence.
Well, the organization.
Their presence in the.
Like,
Well, yeah.
Are there,
so pretty much
are
just
their
the race,
whole
yeah.
organization the race?
Yeah, just take up the organization.
So I found my dad. He wants me to commit genocide.
I think we just have to give up on this system and be like, heat and that million, whatever, run.
Take out my fine pistol and shoot myself.
What a fine death.
So, like,
Okay.
I have an idea. So here's the thing. The job is like
Done.
kind of going off a little bit off the rails because you guys have found the guy, and he's now like deciding to help you.
I mean, I have a suggestion, job aside, but if he wants, like, the Sahir to, like, that's a fleet, we are 4 people, and 5, 6 with those 2.
I will remind Doc that we took down a destroyer and killed
We
hundreds.
did not take down the destroyer. We killed like the
A bunch of
boarding crew
stormtroopers.
with one landing bay.
That's
And
true.
That is it.
Also,
Half
those,
planet.
those are just ram
Yeah.
schmucks. These are like advanced aliens we're fighting.
Yeah.
We can do
But
it.
here's just an idea, and this might be a terrible idea, but we have my sister Ditha and the Imperial military that we also have to deal with. What if we play both sides a little bit, and if we bring these gentlemen with us to the Imperial military, go meet with Ditha, but leak to the Sahir that the Imperial military captured them, so that they think their only chance to get him is to attack the
Or-
Imperial military.
We give the Lazarus Project to the Sahir.
That sounds like a terrible.
Well, then the Imperial military will go after
I
us.
see why you left.
Yeah.
No.
Is it? Yeah. This is happening in like a live conversation, and Padres just looks over at Outlaw, like shakes his head, and then docks it. Let's see where he left him. And then Padres just like, I know, right?
Yeah. We could put the Lazarus
open
Project
since eight,
in
it's
a
been
different
open.
box.
More.
Give the Sahir the empty box and tell the military that they have the box.
Then where do we put the parasite?
That's another box.
I'm on board.
What's some cardboard box?
Working them against each other.
Absolutely.
If you,
This is definitely our only hope.
I'll leak to them. Like
Or we could put the
How would we
parasite
leak to them?
on
Just like,
Padre.
Then he takes over Padre, and then we have the most terrifying being in the galaxy.
because not to brag or anything, but I'm pretty good at talking to aliens.
How about this? Once we want to go on this, your contact on the planet, you can tell him to leak the information because we were guests of his, right? So it'd be like, you just tell him, like, just sell them this information for, like, paltry sum or whatever, because we want them to know. But
Don't even sell it. Just be like, clean something your guy. But you wouldn't believe what I saw today. Imperial guy just picked up the face melter.
And then if we want to, just or mechanically, how we could do this is we could narrate through to some point where we're in conflict there. Because the problem right now we're having is, it's hard doing your roles because we're not in direct conflict right now.
Yeah, starting off on the crit friggin' was almost immediate. Like maybe I played it a little bit too much, like you guys like pretty much just won the mission without even doing the mission. But I wanted the mission more to be convincing Padre, which you guys did excellent at. So good job.
Usual charm.
Yeah, so if we want to navigate that into this more complex mission,
So what I figure is that, do you guys want to, like, kind of, like you said, navigate into the more complex mission and go through the whole mission, or do you want the rest of this mission to be setting up that complex mission?
well, it would be nice to have, like, we need some conflict in order to continue being in the job.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there needs to be some stakes and some consequences and things like that.
All right. Well, let's do that. Let's narrate it so that we end up with this plan. So you guys hash out your plan, and we'll narrate through it.
Cool. Do we want to just take another break? Just
Yeah,
so we
let's
can
take a break.
Yeah.
think
Sure.
about it?